I strongly believe that there are ghosts, and I don't believe in any ghosts trying to harm you, but I was really intimidated when I saw her because she was glaring at us, and I didn't know what that meant because it's so unknown. All of it is just a world that we don't know anything about, and it kind of intimidated me that way.
In Woodstock, generally, it's not at all uncommon to hear people discuss these things, although people are also very cautious about talking about them because it can be embarrassing. It can make you sound as though somehow or other you're a little bit unbalanced. So many people hesitate to talk about them too.
There are spirits that are caught between this world and the next. They can't seem to make the progression to move on, and I think they get trapped, earthbound, kind of. They get lost, or they have some attachment to the material world, or some things that are left undone, and I think that's why they appear. Or they have an attachment to a certain house and they don't want to leave.
They're not necessarily subtle, and they're not necessarily frightening.
We just decided that we would take my car and we would go out to the haunted house to kill some time because we were all bored. This was a regular thing that we used to do, just take a bumble out to see what was going on at the house. It was always just kind of a joke thing for us, but it would kill half an hour.
We were in the vehicle singing our lungs out to whatever was on Meg CDs, and we're just going to head out and kill some time. So we ventured out to the house, and it's about 20 minutes out of town, and we pulled up right beside it.
The so-called phantoms do not come on command. That is, you cannot sort of hope that they might join in on the Halloween party.
They inhabit a different dimension than what we see, in the physical world.
One thing that one has to realize about these phenomena is that not everybody seems to experience them, although it's possible that everybody could. Nobody really knows. But it seems that some people have more of an ability to experience phenomena of that kind than others.
I've never personally seen a ghost, but I know lots of people who have.
We pulled up to the house, like alongside of the road, like we would normally do, and we were kind of upset that we weren't with the regular people that we were with, because they usually have a big flashlight that we could shine into the windows to see, like, what was going on. But we didn't have anything like that, so we pulled up. I actually pulled into the driveway, and we kind of started our own little documentary with this new video camera, and we're like, "Welcome to the Haunted House 2003."
We kind of got bored of that. Nothing was happening, so we did our little loop-de-loop and came back around on the other side, trying to film the light, the reflection, whatever people call it, in the window, which are boarded up at the time. So we turned around. We were at a certain point, and we were filming the house.
Megan's camera went dead, but yet it was still flashing full battery. So that kind of freaked us all out, and at that point we decided that we were just going to head back in town, that nothing was really going on and her camera had gone dead, so it was no fun anymore.
Just the thought of the camera going dead was enough to be like, okay, I'm done, let's just go back in town.
I was checking in my rear view, and I saw this face that was kind of like floating.
Meg just looked at me, just as calm as anything, and said, "I see something." And that was it. There was nothing, "Oh, I think I see a person," or "I see something weird." It was just, "Mal, I see something," and extremely calm. So there was no like, "Oh, what is it?" Nothing that, it didn't scare me or anything. And she reached up to tilt the rearview mirror. it was illuminated blue from about here up, and then it kind of started to get a little bit lighter. It was like a perfect profile of a person. You could see the wrinkles in her face, like her hair. You could just, it was really crazy, but you just knew that you could put your hand right through her. It was enough for me to scream so loud and so hard that when I talked after, I actually lost my voice and I started crying.
I'm not haunted by it, and I was never scared by it, but I think about it a lot, and like I've always wondered like why we got the chance to see it, and why we had the exact chemistry or energy that was going on in the car to have attracted her. And then there was a long time where I thought that maybe she was trying to tell us something, so I always was one to say, you know, let's do a little seance and see what she really wanted.
Altogether, Woodstock has a really quite a rich history of psychic phenomena, and it seems, for example, that these things occur in older communities, not so much, for example, in the West, but nonetheless, the reasons for them are not really scientifically determined. There's been very little real scientific research on this, and well, one can just make very general statements.